Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be covering another war again. Cannot remember what war it is. Season 55, and we're against DSVG. And I apologise in advance, I forgot to turn the volume on. So you're just going to have to put up with the sound of my voice for this one. No background volume, no in-game volume. Apologies. I'll sort it out for the next one. Anyway, kind of looking for a bit of redemption this war after how bad last war was. Yeah, it wasn't great. I played horribly, died. I'm just looking to kind of ease myself back into things. I have 8 fights this war. I'm looking more to build back up confidence, if that makes sense. Because after that war and after everything that had gone on, there was a BG's match that I just threw ridiculously hard. I tilted after a C4 push. Not feeling good about the game at all the other day. Here I'm just trying to kind of bring myself back into it. If you know what I mean. Anyway, that man thing was fairly easy. Simple Nefaria fight. This Deathless King Groot. A little bit of an annoying placement here because of the ability accuracy with buffs node. If you have a Mystic that can counter it, absolutely fine. Or Nefaria just does it. I don't know why I ran in there. I know I can't punish the second hit. Why did I try and do that? Anyway, basically nothing will be reliable this fight. I'm lucky I got that evade, to be fair. I think there was like a 40% chance at that point, or 25% chance or something like that. But yeah, just going to keep going, keep moving on. And with a special one, that Deathless King Groot is down. And second fight in a row, I finished at a full yellow bar. Feeling good, playing well. Next up, I have this Spiral on path 2. Whenever I get there. Yeah, I did originally have multiple champs assigned. Well, for these specific fights in general, but we needed a WAG somewhere, and I thought I can just compromise. I'll just drop. I think I was bringing Shocker as well. I just thought I'll just use Nefaria. Why not? But yeah, the gimmick with Spiral here is you don't want to use your second light attack, or those dancing blades are gonna hit and stun you. So I literally just go for medium light, medium combos. Or medium light, dash back, wait for the special 2, block the first bit, dex out this last bit. And while I still have my ramp, go for a special 2, big crit at the end. Go for a medium light, medium relic, and that finishes her off. Third fight in a row, 100%. Things are going pretty well so far. Now next up, the Sinister. So Nefaria is pretty good for Sinister in general, even without tactic, because when you ramp him up, he has 90% degen resist, which means that if he were to throw a special 1 with debuffs on him, or with damage over time debuffs on him, and transfer those over as degens, they wouldn't do any damage as long as I'm in Ionic Overcharge, which is pretty nice. And as well, his special 1 is really easy to punish, which means I can build up those energy vulnerabilities, and even without crits, I can still get a lot of damage in. Especially when I get the Furies up. But if everything crits like it is now, it barely does anything. Which is the annoying part here, because I get really good crit RNG this war, just in every fight I do. I mean, you can see my basic attacks are hitting pretty hard as it is at the moment. With non-crits, I'm hitting that medium crit for 53k. And I'm only medium boosted here, I'm not full boosted. We've given up this season, so I'm saving all my big boosts for next season. Not using power backs or anything. I think I did most of this war, apart from boss, before the update. So even if I had power back boosts, it would have been perfectly fine. They wouldn't have done anything here because of class disadvantage, but yeah, I honestly thought going into this fight that Decay would stop Power Sting damage. Turns out it doesn't, but that's not an issue because it does next to nothing. But yeah, that Sinister was the 4th fight in a row I'd finished at full health. So it's nice to actually feel like I'm playing well again. Right, go for a special 2 while I have ramp still, get 15 Furies. And I like to punish the special 1 like that for extra energy vulnerability, but when I accidentally keep pushing special 2, it's hard to get those up. So go for a parry here, just go for the... I think I just go for a special 2, just because he's nearly dead. Worst case, I can heal a bit on the last fight, but doesn't matter. I heal back up to a full yellow bar anyway. And that's a Power Snack Killmonger in 53 seconds. See, even without Decay, a matchup like that is possible. Nefaria without Tactic is still going to age really, really well in war. The amount of utility this guy has is ridiculous. I mean, if I wanted to really push it, I could try this fight, but I knew that would be a really bad idea. Mainly because of high energy diet being on this node. Yeah, because of that node, I'm bringing Werewolf for this, specifically for this fight. We did have other options available. I did play it wrong. I should have gone for a medium first there. And then heavy attack into Howl, but... yeah, well, I'm not too bothered, honestly. Very minor voice crack there. Yeah, gonna go for a special 1 here, I think. Am I? No. Gonna go for another Howl. Knocked down. And I think I just wait this out, to be fair. Or do I just throw it? Yeah, I throw it. I should have thrown special 1 first, but no. I think I'm gonna try and Howl here. But weird interaction. I'm not sure if this is actually intended, but the glancing actually stops Burden of Might draining my power. What the hell is wrong with me? Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, the glancing actually stops Burden of Might draining my power. So I use that to my advantage as much as I can and just nuke him down. I'm not bothered about health loss because this is my last fight with Werewolf. I say last fight, it's my only fight with Werewolf. And yeah, I made sure this war to specifically assign myself this Enchantress. I know it's not the same as last war, but I wanted revenge against this bitch. So, I'm going to put a Wags on just because I had 1 spare. Like, I think I'm Wagsing this and Wagsing Poker Bullseye and then the boss. Yeah, Unfazed triggers straight away. I'm ramped because Mystic Dispersion ramps Nefaria at Sig 200. Miss again there. I'm going to go for a light attack. I'm not going to make the same mistake as before, where I go for a heavy to knock her down while she still has the untouchable up. My counter attack's back, so I go for an intercept into heavy attack because that is possible to punish that. Something I learned from fighting Thanos so much. And I do have another Thanos this war, actually. But yeah, now that I'm ramped, I've got my 15 Furies. I'm just going to go to town because I can just nuke her at this point. I was going to go for an intercept here. And I used the counter-attack to go for the intercept. And 99% of the time that works. Unless they're running unfazed. Unfazed really screwed me over there, but it is what it is. It's not an issue. And yeah, just gonna special 2 and that kills. That would have been a 100% health finish if Unfazed hadn't got me. But yeah, that was that fight. And the last fight of the war, of the whole war, actually. We're 149-0 at this point, and I'm using Nefari for this Thanos. Now, I think this is actually my best takedown of it, but I'm only very lightly boosted. We had a 3-death margin. I didn't even evade an unfazed triggered. That's just my luck. But yeah, we have a 3-death lead at this point, so, and I knew from experience taking this fight, I was very unlikely to die to this. I think I used a 20% green and a 15% orange boost. And as I said earlier, my crit RNG is really good this fight. And I think this is even faster than when I boosted big. So yeah, 68k heavy. And that's without the Furies. When I say this guy is cracked, 70k. Yeah, this guy's really good. I'm sure the past wars that I've used this guy for this boss has shown that. But even then, like, this is silly. I'm just going to parry heavy. I'm just going to keep doing that. The panic goes away, so I can evade. Bosh, 53k heavy. Wait for that. Bosh, another 53k heavy. I'm going to parry this. Heavy. I'm going to wait for protection to go away before I special 2. 2 crits, 57k, and then 87k. That did like 250k in the last 10 seconds. That's absurd. Anyway, we did end up winning this war. We went 150-0. GG's to DSVG. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.